All right, Ed. So what are we talking about today?
Be talking about a panel discussion that we have planned for this year's Reliable Plant. We're going to gather some practitioners and reliability professionals to talk about wireless condition monitoring in the overall predictive maintenance program.
All right. So for everyone that doesn't know, my name is Wes Cash. I'm the Vice President of Services here at Noria, and we're going to be talking with Ed Spence a little bit about the upcoming Reliable Plant Conference. Now, Ed, you've got quite the background in wireless condition monitoring, and I think it's important for people to understand what's going on in this space. So why don't you give yourself a little bit of an introduction?
Sure, thanks, Wes. So everybody, if you don't know me, I'm Ed Spence. The head of the Machine Instrumentation Group. We're contractors and consultants, technologists, essentially. And in the past, I've talked regularly at Reliable Plant about wireless, and we're broadening that conversation this year. Typically I've stayed in my lane talking about the technology and what I see going on in it, what I see going on with the vendors. But I've realized in the last year or so, as I get clients looking for help with this, that we've got to broaden that conversation to talk about the overall predictive maintenance program and the organizational change and all those things that sort of go under the broader heading of reliability. And that stuff is more outside my wheelhouse. So I'm collaborating with some people like John Puccillo of True Reliability to sort of broaden that conversation and put it all in context. And two things we'll have going on at the conference. One is John and I will be presenting on Monday the 2nd, the first of a series of articles that we'll be writing for the Noria organization, talking about the context, predictive maintenance, how wireless fits in that, how it will impact that, and some ways to look at that, understand the technology, and even curate the options. So we're trying to be educational, trying to have everybody get their hands around this. It's complex technology. There's a lot of reasons people are confused about it. And then the second thing we're doing is we're going to host this panel discussion. And we've enlisted the help of some experienced maintenance practitioners and a couple that have crossed the stream, so to speak, from users and maintenance practitioners to supporting or applying the wireless technology for the vendors. So we'll have Matthew Knuth, who's joined Uptime Solutions, and we'll have Mark Kincaid, who has since joined Waits Wireless. They'll be on the panel. We'll have an experienced practitioner still operating in maintenance, who has recently deployed wireless, and we'll be talking to him about his experience, and that would be Cody Krager. And then we'll ask my collaborator, John Puccillo of True Reliability, to talk about to keep us on balance in terms of the overall reliability context. So
Yeah, I think the whole confusion aspect is a real thing. A lot of people will just assume since we have a sensor or something that everything's taken care of, and then even some are even a little bit more scared to even know paralysis by analysis. There's so many options out there. What actually would work for them? What should they be looking for? So I think this is a pretty valuable not only session but panel discussion as well as a series of articles. I think that will be very well received.
Oh, I hope so. I hope so. The goal is to really help educate, move the ball downfield. My desire is just to help move the ball downfield, to be of service where we can, educate people. You're right, it is confusing. There's a lot of reasons for that. The technology itself is really complex. And you got a lot of vendors out there and a lot of messaging and a lot of venture capital money behind it. So add AI into the mix and whatever that means, and how do we understand the role that that's playing? And it's understandable that guys have made their living analyzing physics-based signals coming off a vibration sensor would be just a little bit puzzled about how to use this stuff. So we do want to clear away some of that noise and give an opportunity. The panel will be interactive. We'll be accepting questions from the audience that may start before we get into the ballroom, but certainly during the ballroom, we'll be taking questions from the audience and interacting with you guys real time.
Now, obviously, the whole goal of Reliable Plant is for people to get practical information, solutions that can be implemented in their facilities. And I'm sure that's exactly what you're trying to get to them, right?
Yeah. I mean, the third by the time John and I get to the third in the series of articles, what we're going to offer is a structured approach to curating. How do you approach the offer? So the part one, we'll talk about the PDM program overall, and what does a mature program look like, and what does preparation for, absorbing or utilizing new technology like the wireless sensors look like. In part two, I'll talk about the technology, and I'll talk about the pros and cons and strengths and weaknesses, and here's how you look at it, and here's what's under the hood of some of this stuff. And then in part three, we'll collaborate on sort of here's a look at approaching these guys, a way to understand what they're offering you, and what kind of questions you should be asking yourselves as a team, a maintenance reliability team, to approach these guys and curate the best fit for your organization and situation.
Well, Ed, one final plug here for what you got at conference. They'll be able to find you Monday, right? Monday afternoon for one of the sessions.
John and I will be talking Monday afternoon, and I think the panel is Wednesday.
There you go. And this is the first week of June at Reliable Plant in Schaumburg, Illinois.
Yes, sir. I'm looking forward to it.
Hey, we are too, Ed. Definitely appreciate your time today.
You bet. Thanks, Wes. Good to catch up with you.